Hi, my name is Karen D, and I am the Twitchy Stitcher here and Twitchy Stitcher 01 on Instagram, and this is Floss Tube number 9. And today's date is Friday, February 20th. You didn't see me 2 weeks ago because I had COVID, and it's taken me a while to recover. So I didn't have some stitching. I had a lot of bed rest, but needless to say, I'm well and stitching regularly again, so I'm back. I want to welcome you to my craft room and hi to all my friends that without failure support my channel regularly. I also want to thank new subscribers. And I want to especially thank my friends from Newfoundland all the way to British Columbia and in Ontario who personally reached out to me to make sure I was okay because I was kind of incommunicado for a couple of weeks. So touched my heart, and thank you so much. I know we always talk about this is a very caring and supportive community, but when you're down like I was, it meant $1 million, and I thank you, each of you. Going forward, I know we hinted that Karen, the Stitching Owl, and I would be doing some Y2K versions, and as long as we have no health concerns, we should have a collaboration for next Friday. So next weekend, you should be able to watch the two of us together having some fun. I don't know how I managed it, but 4 finishes in the past 2 weeks. So the first one was the Halloween Countdown by Shannon Christine. And it's been a bit of a struggle to get it done. But I put it on WIPGO for this month, so it is now done. I started it October of 2025, and I finished it the second month of 2026. And it is on the Sewing Shop's fabric, A Dirty Little Secret. And it's 14 count Aida. And this little project turned out to be 10,846 stitches. Not so little. But I think it's just stunning. And I have a daughter who loves Halloween. So I think I'm going to put it in a black frame, and it'll come out in the fall next year. Well, this year now. But it's just adorable. All the characters and picking and choosing which ones you wanted where was a lot of fun. And I am glad to see it done. The second finish was something I was working on with my friends, and it is a fine frog stitching, and this is called Princess Pondworthy. This is also on a Sewing Shop fabric, 14 count, called Kapow. And she does look like a medieval princess. Now, she did have a yellow frame around her, an oval frame, but the bright yellow was just a little bit jarring to my senses. So I started putting it in, and then I cut it out. I'll show you a picture of what the frame was supposed to look like. And I could have recharted it in gold colors, but I just decided to skip it. So there's the frame. And that will be going, I think, in an oval frame. So I have to find one if I can find one that works or not. So But those are 2 finishes. Let me see. The next one I worked on was Local Conditions by Satsuma Street. And it's on a 16 count Baba Ganoush by the Sewing Shop. And this is caught up until last Sunday. So this is all of January and most of February. And this is a total of 6,000 stitches. And so you can see I'm close to 1/6 through. And I really like working with this. I like the colors, even though they're frigid Ontario winter temperatures. And I like all the different buildings, and it's just fun to stitch. And it's enough stitches so it's not confetti. You're doing about 16 to 20 stitches of each color, so it's enough that it's not tedious with starting and stopping constantly. And when it's done, it will look similar to this. The next one I worked on is my oldest ongoing WIP. And this is Enchanted Rachel. She's a big girl. As you can see, there is a lot of beadwork that's going to be going in. So I'm working on her hair, and I hope to have that finished next month, at least her hair. And then I'll have to do her hands. And then I'm going to put it on a scroll frame to do all the beadwork, because there is so much beadwork, embroidery work, back stitch. But I still love her. I started her in December of 2022. By the end of 23, I had her at 24%. At the end of 24, I had her at 50%. And at the end of 25, she was at 77%. So I've been working on her ongoing, and I'm really pleased. This is a Teresa Gill pattern. And it's just on 14 count white Aida. Let's see if I can get a picture of her done and show you what she looks like. And that's what she looks like when she's done. The next one, Karen, the Stitching Owl, and I are working on this together. We started together. I'm a little farther ahead than she is because I'm done. This is a Max Pigeon pattern, and it's called Winter Stag. And I started it in February, I finished it in February, and I fully finished it in February. It is on 16 count opalescent Aida. There you can see the sparkles. I like sparkles on winter projects. I just like sparkles. And it's 1,863 total stitches. And I just painted a bamboo frame with the gloss paint you get from Michael's in the little bottles. And I really like this. It's only 3 colors. And I find I'm really enjoying monochromatic or just 2 or 3 colors. I really like this. I did change one color up, one number, just so there was a little bit more difference between the light turquoise and the medium turquoise. So I like to have close numbers when I'm shading a skirt or my fancy ladies. But in something like this, I like to stretch the numbers out just a little bit for extra contrast. And when I bought this pattern, I bought it off of Pigeon Coop's website, and he so nicely the next day sent me the Pattern Keeper version, so it went right in Pattern Keeper. And I really appreciate that from Max. It's a really nice service to have, and I appreciate having the Pattern Keeper version available. Thanks, Max. Not that he's watching. And my fourth and final finish is a Shannon Christine, a Valentine's Day one, and you see it's not finished. It's in the hoop, but this is the love mug, and it's one of her freebies that you can get off her website. And not website, Facebook. It's in her Facebook group. And it's probably around other places by now, but that's where I get her freebies from. And so it's just simple. It's just a bunch of pinks, and there's a heart-shaped cookie we'll talk about in a minute. The next thing is Michael of Uplift Stitches. I talked to you about that last month, about his RPG character challenge. It's a year-long project to create a role-playing character for like Dungeons and Dragons. Speaking, I need to work on it. It's like Dungeons and Dragons. At the end of every month, I'm going to give you my stats. Well, in January, I had 565 points, so my species is a gnome. I know Katherine and Michael, I know, have said that they're both, now I forget, halflings. I believe that's what they call themselves. Anyway, we're all tiny people. We're like 3 feet tall. So there's several of us that are halflings, or I think I might be the only gnome that I know of. But we'll see what happens with February when I get more stuff done. The other challenge I like is Laura from Stitching by the Shore, her I Spy challenge. And for February, I still have some things I haven't found and some things I've been working on, so it's always a work in progress. But her first one is Snow or Ice, and that's my winter stag with the snowflakes. Starts with an E, well, that's Enchanted Rachel. Number 3 is a repeated motif, and that's in the winter stag. It has a bunch of little four stitch symbols in it that are repeats. Number 4 is a small project, and that was the Love Mug by Shannon Christine. Number 5 is a common pet, and that's the black cat from my Halloween countdown. Number 6 is a heart, and I don't have that one yet. Number 7 is a flower. I don't have that one yet. Number 8 is found in a fairy tale, and that's Princess Pondworthy. I hope you can't hear the cat scratching at the door to get in. Sorry. The Princess Pondworthy. First of all, you find princess in a fairy tale, and you also find frogs. So she's covered either way. And then number 9 is a sharp edge. I haven't got that one yet. And number 10 is a maroon color. And I don't have that one yet, so we'll keep working away at it. The other thing, next thing is, the plans. I have 3 plans that are set out so far for March. Melanie of Uplift Stitches is doing a birthday sale, And I will be doing A Year in the Woods, the Northern Cardinal. I'm doing that along with Karen the Stitching Owl and Leigh of Six Strings and Other Things are both doing the Northern Cardinal also. I'm not sure if my other friends are, but I know they're all participating with one bird or another. So I'll be starting that on March 4th. The next thing is another stitch along, and it's the Witchy Stitchers, the Black Pearl. Let me show you a picture of the Northern Cardinal just to make sure you're acquainted with it. I'm sure everyone knows the Year in the Woods, but this is the Northern Cardinal, and I am really looking forward to doing it. It's my first Year in the Woods, as I generally don't stitch animals, but I love that cardinal. As soon as I saw it, I knew I would be stitching it. Got the fancy floss for it, so I'm looking forward to that. The next thing is the Witchy Stitcher. It's a terrible picture, but it's the Black Pearl. And Katie, Jeremiah's mom, has already started it. She's doing hers in blue, and I'm going to copy her and do mine in blue. But I'm going to use a blue floche. And I haven't picked my fabric yet, so I don't know have a start date. But I have already changed the text to say the blue pearl instead of the black pearl. It's going to take me a few months to get that one done, and especially, but I want to keep working on monochromatic pieces because I'm really enjoying them. And my ornament for March will be Pot of Gold. It's another freebie by Shannon Christine that you can find on her Facebook. And I'm not sure what kind of background I will be doing it in. The blue-gray does look good, but I'll have to see how the rainbow colors work with it. And those are my general plans. So I know it was a quick one, but I wasn't sure how long my throat would hold out. It's still recovering a little bit from all the coughing I did. Just still recovering a little bit. So if you like what you see, please like, subscribe, comment. I love the comments, and I reply to everyone. And I will be seeing you, I guess, next Saturday morning, weather and health permitting, on a Y2K with Karen the Stitching Owl. So thank you all. Have a nice day. Have a nice weekend. And I'll see you next weekend. Okay, thanks. Bye.